Customers are required to wear a mask or face covering when traveling on the TTC. Please make sure both your nose and mouth are covered for the entire duration of your trip. Subway service on the portion of Line 1 between Shepherd Young and Eglinton stations will end at 11 p.m. tonight for tunnel and signal upgrades. Shuttle buses will run. Check bbc.ca for more information.
Hey guys, today is Monday, November 2nd. It is 4:40 p.m. and the temperature outside is 4 degrees Celsius. I'm here at Broadview Station. And I'm about to exit onto Broadview Avenue. And this is actually the first walk I've ever recorded with this camera. This is my new DJI Pocket 2. So this will replace the Osmo Pocket 1 that I've been using. Well, actually I have a couple of Osmo Pocket 1s. This is Broadview and Danforth Avenue. So that's a look in towards Greektown. And one of the neat things about this camera is I can now zoom quite easily. That's a 2x zoom. That's all I can do at this 4K resolution. But it's still kind of a neat thing that I'll now be able to do with this camera. It's also got a slightly wider angle, which should make things a bit more immersive, and a larger sensor, which means in conditions like this, the low light performance should be better. I'm also interested in how it handles walking towards the sun, because that's been an issue with my existing Osmo Pocket. And I literally set it up out of the box, but didn't press record yet until I started this video. Let's see if I can zoom in. Wonder if there's a way to control the speed of that zoom. So what I'll be doing is heading south down Broadview Avenue to East Chinatown, where I will finally get that haircut I've been talking about for so long. Providing the hair salon's not that busy. So this was a good excuse to take the camera out. I don't know why I was just standing there. I'm also interested to see if the autofocus on this camera is improved. And it also has stereo microphones. Although I tend to record these walks with an external microphone. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll play a clip with me talking with the external microphone and one through the camera's microphone. I suspect the main drawback with the built-in microphone in the camera is how it handles wind. I have to use a wind cover to use the mono microphone on my Osmo Pocket 1. Although they did market improved wind reduction. I'm not expecting any great change to the stability. The gimbal itself looks to be exactly the same. But we'll see about that one as well. It's kind of a cool overcast day. It is only 4:46, but the clocks went back an hour, so it's getting darker and darker earlier this year, and we just sped that up by an hour. So I still have a few videos to publish that I recorded with the old camera, but I think I will designate that one for particularly bad weather, if it's raining or snowing heavily. These things aren't waterproof, so if I'm going to sacrifice a camera, it should be that one. That's my current arrangement. I have my original Osmo Pocket 1, which from time to time has focus issues. I use that one in bad weather. Although I recorded a snowfall walk last night with my good Osmo Pocket as I was anticipating this one coming in the mail today. It'll be a good chance to test this limited zoom once I get a bit further down south here in the park. That is Riverdale Park East, just to my right. It does seem as if the exposure is holding steady. Often that would fluctuate under lighting conditions like this on the Pocket 1. So that could certainly be a very nice improvement. Sometimes you'd be in a well-lit area and you would go into a shaded area or turn so that the environment wasn't as well lit and the exposure would not adjust. Then you'd sort of have to tap the screen to wake it up. Here's a look at the financial district. It feels like I've been walking along this park quite often lately. And one of the benefits of this camera is because it's got control sticks on it. Well, a control stick and I guess a button you can press to change the modes. I could operate it with gloves. So that's as close as I can get. I'm assuming that's a digital zoom. I don't see how it could possibly be an optical zoom. That was a rather obvious guess. I'm also curious to see what the color science on this will look like. If its default color settings out of the box look nice, or if I'll have to record in the flat mode, which is D-Cine-alike, and apply a LUT. I was generally quite pleased with the default look of the Pocket 1. I just bumped some of the color settings depending on the lighting conditions. I might knock the saturation up a hair and increase the contrast a few notches as well, and change the warmth of the picture, or rather make it a bit warmer. But those are very minor tweaks. I also like to shoot with a Cpl filter, but I typically do that on sunnier days. It kind of cuts down on a lot of the reflections on surfaces and glare. On glare and glare. I should have worn my gloves. It's getting cold. That's okay. Chinatown is just up ahead.
License plates are open.
The place I'm going to, I've walked past on a few live streams. And if this thing really works out well, I'll probably buy a second one for days where I do a lot of recording. One of the rather unfortunate aspects of a lot of modern technology is that they tend to come with sealed-in batteries. It would be really nice to be able to have an extra battery or two and just swap them out. I think we can thank Apple for that abhorrent trend. I remember having my original Galaxy S1, then S2, and then Note. And they all came with a second battery and an external battery recharger in the box. Those were all Korean editions. But I never had to worry about running out of battery. I'd just keep one in my back pocket. That way, if I went out after work, as there is no last call there, so sometimes you'd find yourself in a bar at 3 or 4 in the morning. It was quite handy just to be able to swap in a new battery. I also think that made the phones more durable. When you drop them, the battery would just kind of pop out and you'd put it back together. Now when you drop your phone, it's like a fragile piece of glass. And I'm not a fan of walking around with a battery pack tethered to the camera. I've done that before in some of the 2-hour or longer walks with the first one. So if I do go that route, I will probably sell my existing Osmo one, or maybe give it away. In fact, I'll probably get rid of my original Osmo one, the one that occasionally has focus issues. There's the Don Jail and Bridgepoint Health, and a car that doesn't know what a stop sign is, BKVA 569. He just rolled right through that thing. Probably don't anticipate someone walking around with a stabilized 4K camera like this. Let's zoom in on the jail. I'll have to see if there's a way to slow down the speed on the zoom. I'd like it to be a bit slower than that. It's kind of sudden and abrupt. So, welcome to East Chinatown. This is Gerrard Street East. There's a rather neat Chinese archway or gate right here. Assuming there's some kind of emergency to attend to. I think that might be a little jarring, just how quickly that zoom goes. I'll have to see if there's a way to slow that down. Let's look west towards downtown. I'll spin the camera around and look east, down Gerrard. And this is the Riverdale neighborhood. That hair shop should be somewhere around here. My normal hair salon charged me something around 40 bucks last time, plus tip. And, oh, they do men for 13 there. And I didn't get the wash or any of the other perks. It was kind of a rushed experience. I know that's a product of COVID. So this is my journey to see if I can cheap out and get similar results.
That too.
And it should be somewhere around here. Perhaps I even walked by it. Rainbow Hair Salon, men's cut, 13. I think I can spin this camera around. So there I am with my extra long mop. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this test of the new camera. I'm gonna go in and get my hair cut. I will see you in the next one.